we're going to go into the body part and the body portion of it where you can feel into what emotions are coming up to be felt for you today. So, all right, everybody go ahead and uncross your legs. Sit up tall. If you feel like you want a blanket or a pillow or something weighted on you, sometimes that helps me, even in meditation. Sometimes if I'm feeling like, I used to do this a lot in therapy. When I would go to my therapy sessions, I would grab a pillow and like hold the pillow because it just made me feel safer about opening up. And so if that helps you to grab a blanket or a pillow or something to just kind of sit on you, that it used to help me. So, I mean, it still does. I'll still pile something on top of me. It makes me feel safe. I'll have my cat come sit on me, or like a heavy stone. I think I showed you, I had that one stone I sit on my chest sometimes, or I have the weighted blanket or whatever. Or maybe you need to sit with like, you know, a hot cup of tea, chamomile or some cacao or something. And okay. So we're just going to go to a place where we're offering this up as a safe space where you can feel held and that you are supported in an energetic setting. And we will just close our eyes. We'll just take a few deep breaths and connect with Mother Earth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Begin to bring your breathing into kind of a circular motion. So you're going to breathe in slowly in through your nose for a few counts, and then immediately in the same length of time breathing out. You can choose to open your mouth or keep your mouth closed. And just see if you can begin to get your breathing going evenly in a circle, in that oneness that we are looking at, that we are feeling into, that our card represented today. And also that feeling of, as you're breathing in and out, that you're allowing the breath to come into your body, for your body to use the breath in whatever ways it needs to be utilized. And then you are expelling and breathing out what doesn't need to remain in your body. And if you begin thinking and feeling into that idea of what it feels like when you breathe in new energy, new breath, new prana, and as you slowly at the same, in kind of that circular motion, begin breathing out, and allow that breath out to represent those things that maybe don't need to be looked at right now, things that don't need to be felt right now, and just allowing yourself to come into a state of calm, of peace, or begin to feel into your body and notice where you feel a sensation. What are you feeling today? What have you carried into this call? Notice any sensations in your body, any body ailments that may be with you today, may be present, may be on your windshield, up on your windshield today. Maybe your back's been hurting. Maybe you have a headache. Maybe your stomach's been churning. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Just noticing those things and noticing where in your body you feel them. And then noticing whatever sensations that might show up as, if your stomach is churning or tight, if your headache is throbbing at the front of your forehead, if it's in the back of your neck. If your back is hurting, which side is it hurting on? Is it at the lower, the upper? Just really bringing your attention to those spaces. And then asking that area of your body, if you're feeling anything or any places of tension, what emotion does that bring up for you? What emotion is being held in your body that maybe you haven't looked at for a little bit, or maybe you know exactly what it is? Just inviting all of the parts of you to be together, whether they're showing up as a body ailment or whether they're all acting in harmony today. Allowing the messy parts of you, allowing the parts you don't want anyone to know about, just allowing everybody, all these different parts to show up in your body in whatever way they show up. Maybe they're a whole bunch of different colors, like a gumball machine, all in your body. Maybe they're different colors or different shapes, depending on the weight, the heaviness of them. Maybe you hear them in your body and it sounds like an orchestra, and each of them have their own different instrument that they play or sound. Maybe it's really loud. Maybe it shows up as actual people that you know, kind of giving them different identities as this is the angry part of me, this is the good girl part of me, this is the loud part of me, this is the creative part of me. Maybe you give them each their own name. Fire girl, angry guy, whatever you want it to be, just allowing all of those parts of you to be gathered. Noticing in this arena, maybe you start to think of it as an auditorium where all these different parts of you are gathered. Maybe you're all sitting in a circle. Maybe you just feel them all. Begin to notice if one is being a little more present, a little more loud than the others. And as you allow for this part of you to speak to you, to say the things that they want to say, allow them to have 1 minute of your time to say the things that they want to say, since they are being the loudest. Allow that information to come to you. Allow yourself to hear it with clarity, with compassion. And just noticing without judgment, whichever part of you is being the loudest today, whichever piece of you is vying for your attention. What messages does this part have for you today? Noticing if your body feels activated by any of the things that this part of you is saying. And just noticing, knowing you're in a safe space. Now thank this part, this piece of you that has been vying for your attention, that has been loud today. Thanking it for its information. Asking it to hand you back the mic. And asking this part of you to please quietly sit down or step to the back or take a beat. Now as you scan through all these other parts of you, notice if there's any part that maybe hasn't had a chance to say anything for a while. Maybe this is a version of you that is 4 years old. Maybe all your parts show up as different ages of you. Maybe a certain age hasn't been heard. Maybe you see this in your own children. Maybe there's a reflection of something, a part of you that is activated lately by something that happened in a dynamic with your child, or with your partner, or your spouse, or someone at work. What's that part of you that's quieter, that maybe hasn't got to say what they want to say? Allow your energy to scan your body, to scan your room. Allow that parent part of you, or what we would call your unique soul frequency, to inform you if there's anyone else that wants to speak today. If there's a part of you that needs to be heard. And maybe you begin to notice a small part, a piece that's maybe held in the back, a little child version, someone who's been hiding. And gently walk over to that part, that piece of you, whether it shows up as a color, a feeling, a thought, a person, an identity, and offer them the mic. Offer them a chance to say something to you. allow them to know that they're safe, and ask what message is wanting to be heard. And create whatever safe space this part of you needs. And maybe this part of you is telling you that it wants to speak, but it's not ready, and that's okay. Tell this piece of you, this part of you, that you'll create a time and space to come back and have a conversation, if that's the case. Or if they have something to say, listen with all of your heart and all of your energy and all the focus and attention you would give to your own child, or to your partner, or to your parent, or to a very close loved one. And listen to what they have to say. Creating that space for communication, for new messages to be downloaded, to be received, to be heard from your body. Creating a space of love, of gratitude for this piece, this part, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, to be witnessed. And allow whatever happens in your mind's eye to take place in a way that feels good to you, to let that part or that piece of you feel held, feel heard, feel seen, feel acknowledged, feel safe. Ask it if it needs something. And then let that part of you know that you're going to listen, that you're going to take care of it, that you're going to create a safe space for them to continue the conversation if that's what needs to happen, or that you're going to take care of it. And thank them for the information. Thanking your body, thanking all of those parts of yourself and all the ways that they showed up for you. Pulling your focus away from this auditorium, from this space, in whatever way it showed up for you, of all the parts of yourself, and letting them know that you're here, that you're going to listen, that you're going to continue to dive in, and that they'll each have their time to say what they want to. Tell them that you've got them, that they're safe to be seen, and pulling all of your energy back to your heart space. Focusing on the love that you can send out to all your cells, your bones, your muscles, your back, your neck, your head, your stomach, your intestinal tract, all those places that may have been acting up. Send it love, that frequency, that LOVE, love frequency, the high frequency. Gifting yourself that highest unconditional love that you will continue to gift to each of the parts of you. And remembering and taking in any messages that you received today, that you felt in your body. Return your focus to that circular breathing. Breathing in that energy of frequency of love, and then releasing any of those things, that those places that may have felt scared or afraid or kind of squashed down or unheard. Allowing all of that energy to be dissipated, to be gifted back into the air. Pulling in the frequency of love and sending that love frequency to all the parts of you, and letting go of any of those ways that parts of you had felt unheard or unseen. Releasing, releasing, releasing. And then drawing in that deep breath through your nose, pulling in good frequencies, good vibrations, soothing vibrations, peace vibrations. Breathing out any places where you haven't felt heard or have felt stuck or unloved or unseen. Gifting yourself the awareness that you are able to let those things go, let those things be seen, that you can love all parts of yourself, that they can all reside there, all be seen, all be loved, all be understood. Breathing in for 4 counts through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Begin to feel your body relax. Begin to feel the earth beneath your feet, the ground, Pachamama, Mother Earth, Mama Gaia. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe stretching a little bit, fluttering your eyes, coming back to this time and space, this day on this call, pulling yourself back all to the wholeness, to the oneness, to the one of you that holds all the parts.